So yesterday we started our session with enhancement. What is enhancement? We understood the concept of enhancement. Then we saw what are the different enhancement techniques are available. Then we have seen what is core modification, which was in early days. Nowadays it is not at all recommended. How to do the core modification if you want to do, however no one does. We have seen why it is not recommended. Then we try to understand that is this modification is currently also recommended? No, not at all. Right. Then we started with user exit. We understood the concept of user exit. It's a definition. We understood that user exit is nothing but it's a subroutine. The name is starting with user exit underscore. It will be there in a dedicated include, and this is mostly applicable, or this is only applicable. Mostly will not be the right word to use over here. Instead, only it's only available in SD module. So this is a drawback. We have seen some some T codes where we can use the user exit, right? And we have also seen how we can identify a user exit, right? So first we'll have to go to the transaction, and then from there you'll have to go to the system and then status, and then you will get the program name. So here there are two methods. First method is this one and the second method is this one. Today again we will see in practical mode, so you will be able to remember it for longer. So let's go into the system and try start doing directly from there. So this is the system, and I believe you are able to see my system. And now I'm going to the T code called VA01. So this is for sales order creation. So functional people already are expert in all these basic transaction and the popular transaction. But one who is over here very new in ABAP, for them, this is the T code to create the sales document. Okay. Here, I'm not going to create the new sales document because there are so many validation in backend and some configuration, some checks. So suppose if I want to create, it may give me some error or something like that. So when I'm going to here, I'll have to use some item, some material, this. So here, and even I don't know which field I have to use exactly. So instead of using the field over here and doing research, and experiment, what I will do that I will use the existing sales document which is already created by someone. So I will go to the transaction VA02, right? And here I will use any order. So from here I can use the search help, and from there I can go, or you can go to the table called VBAK, the sales document header table, and from there also you can get some sales document number. So I'm just going to select over here, and the sales document here 258 we are having, sales order 258 we are having. Press enter over here, and this is already, you know this is already this is already created, and now I'm here in the change mode, right? Yesterday I was facing the problem that whenever I was clicking on the save button, right, that breakpoint was not getting triggered. Which breakpoint? The breakpoint which I have put on the user exit. right? So my requirement was, let me remind you what was my requirement. My requirement was, when this order quantity is going to be less than or greater than 100, in that case I want to get some error message or information message or whatever stuff you want to display, right? So this was a custom requirement which I was supposed to implement in my exit, right, in my standard program. So for that purpose, I started searching for the user exit for this transaction. So there are two methods. The first method, just go to the system over here and click on the status, and then here you are having three program. Use the first one. Okay, program din pro. Here double click. Once you will double click, here we have come, click on this global search tool, and then right over here user exit underscore, okay, and just search. So this is how we search for the user exit. This is the first method. Okay, I will show you some different methods. Based upon your convenience, you can just go and use that method in order to search the user exit, right? Because my requirement was, when I'm going to save that one, that particular check need to be performed. That was my requirement. So here you can see that this is a user exit refresh document. So whenever you are going to refresh the document, that sales order, this user exit is going to get triggered. Okay, user exit read document, whenever you are going to read the sales order, this user exit will be useful. If you want to delete some document and if you want to perform some check, this user exit will be triggered, right? So this is self-explanatory, right? Here you don't require something which you have to, which is vague or which is not easily understood. Suppose if you want to understand, like, for which situation this user exit need to be used, you can click over here and you can go inside the user exit. So this is the perform, right, and this is the subroutine. So double click on this. Here you double click, so you will go to the subroutine, right, user exit underscore refresh document. So I have just double clicked over here. It's taking some time to go. Again, I have double clicked and now, yeah, we have come over here. And here also, you can just read it out if this is relevant for you or not. So whatever your requirement is there, you can just read it out if it is making sense or not. So you have to do some research. You'll have to search it out. There is no way, or you can, or you will have to Google it out, like which you will have to give your requirement over there, and you can search for the specific user exit. So from the SCN community, if someone has replied, you will be able to easily get the answer over there for your specific requirement. If you don't want to do that, you will have to look into the user exit. You have to go inside that and you can directly read this one. So for example, user exit underscore refresh document. So from name itself, it is clear that whenever you are going to refresh the sales order document, this particular user exit is going to get triggered, right? So you can put the breakpoint over here, and then you can check by again going into transaction and clicking on the refresh button, right? Also, you can read it out. So here you can see it is always necessary to refresh user specific data before the next document will be processed, right? This can be done in this user exit. So it's so well explained, anyone can understand, right? This user exit can be used to refresh user specific data when the processing of a sales document is finished after the document is saved. When you leave the document processing with F3 or F15, it may be necessary to refresh user specific data before the next document will be processed. So just in order to make sure whatever it is written, it is same as it is, what we can do, we can put the breakpoint and we can go into the transaction and we'll try to navigate to some another tab and we'll see whether it is going to get trigger or not. This is one way, right? So we understood how to see the documentation from where we can read about the user exit information. Now let's go to our requirement which we were supposed to implement. So our requirement was when we are going to click on the save button, we it has to display the message, right? So for that purpose, we have the two user exit available which we were looking, but it was not getting triggered. That was the problem. Why it was not getting triggered, I will show you. Go to slash AC38 once again, and I will give, this is the program name, click on this display button. So for that particular transaction, this was the program I have identified from I have identified by going into the system and clicking on the status and here, right? So you can just copy also and you can go to AC38 and then you can give it over there and you can paste it over here, right? And then you can search for the user exit. This is one way, right? You can also click on this button. You can see that object display object list button, or you can press Control Shift F5. The tool hint is telling over here. So just click on this over here, right? And if you want to see all the user exit at one place without searching, what you can do, because you know that user exit is subroutines, right? So this is the SCAT transaction, right? Object navigator transaction we are having over here. And in this transaction, every object is segregated at one places. So under this program, whatever the class has been used, whatever the types has been used, whatever the fields has been used, whatever the macros, events, PBO, PAI, right? Subroutines. So all are segregated. So it is very handy. You can come over here under the subroutines because user exit is nothing but subroutine. And all the user exit is going to start with user exit underscore. So just scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and see here. All the user exit are here at one place, right? One place you are having till here, right? So from there to here, you can just have a look whichever is going to meet your requirement by clicking over here, and here you can get the documentation also as a description, right? My requirement, when I have to save at that point of time, it is supposed to trigger. So this is save document and save document prepare. So only these two is relevant for me while saving. Double click over here, and here already the breakpoint is there. Let it be user exit underscore save underscore document underscore prepare. Here already breakpoint is there. If no breakpoint is there, how to put the breakpoint? Put the cursor over here and click on this button. This is the session breakpoint and this is the external breakpoint. Anything is fine for these particular things. Okay, so any kind of breakpoint we can put it over here. Just I want to check whether my control is coming over here or not, so that I can write the code in this user exit, right? In this user exit. Now let's go to the transaction and here click on the save button. Okay, and here this is not that user exit on which I have put the breakpoint. This is something else, user exit underscore check underscore bbak, right? Again I'm pressing F8. this is again some another user exit transaction where I have put the breakpoint user exit underscore save underscore document underscore prepare, right? And user exit underscore save underscore document. At to user exit, I have put the breakpoint, right? There I have to see whether it is stopping over there or not, right? So I'm just going to press F8 once again, F8 once again, F8 once again, F8 once again, and you can see that that particular user exit not get triggered. Why? The reason behind here, this information yesterday also it was displaying, but we couldn't see, carefully, right? It's telling no data was changed. So the save functionality triggers only when if some data is going to be changed, right? If nothing is changed, why to save? And because the save functionality is not getting triggered, that user exit is also not getting triggered where I have put the breakpoint, right? So here I have put the breakpoint for user exit save document prepare, right? User exit save document prepare, and here also I have put the breakpoint. This time what I will do, I will change some data. Okay, I will change some data. Here instead of 15 I'm going to make it 14. Okay, and now I will click on the save button and let us see if that user exit is getting triggered or not, right? So I'm pressing F8, F8. Okay, F8, and this time also you can see that it is not getting triggered, that because before that itself this is a warning message, this is a message which is appearing over here, some problem is there, that's why the control is not flowing towards my user exit, right? So this is a functional issue. So whoever the functional over here is, he will be able to understand. For me, I don't understand what is the meaning of order quantity is smaller than the delivery quantity, something, some problem is there. So because in between the save button and the place where I have put the breakpoint, save document prepare and save document, this problem came in between, the control didn't flow over there, and that's why this information message is coming. So however, but this field is changed, right? Now it is 14. Now I'm going to change again 15. 15 is the correct one because for 15 it was working fine. And now click on the save button, right? It will trigger now the save functionality, right? And now let's go. Press F8 and you can see that now it's triggering user exit save document prepare, right? This particular user exit is getting triggered over there, and now you can write the code over here, but there is a probability that you can write the code but not 100%. How? You have to make sure whatever the value you are passing on the screen that should come, then only you can compare with the 100, right? If that is not coming over here, how you can compare? Correct. So that we will have to make sure. How to make sure? I will show you. Okay, so one point is clear, that this particular user ID is getting triggered, right? Again press F8 and here you can also see this user exit underscore save underscore document is also getting triggered, right? So my first to check for this to user exit is successful, that it's getting triggered. So here I can write the code either there or here. Now where we have to write the code, in which user exit I have to write the code, this will be decided by us. Let's go and see. So press F8. This refresh and all is not making more sense, right? Because from the name itself, right? So this is useful for refresh, so I will not do anything over here. Now just go once again, press F8, F8, and here change once again something, right? And I'm just changing, and here again I will put the 15 so that it will trigger. Now what you do, press F1 and get the technical information. So how to get the technical information about this field? Press F1, right? And go to the technical information here. And here, copy this field from here. What it is telling, field description for batch input, right? So here you will have to copy this DINPRO field, because this is the field where you are putting this data, right? So in program, this particular field has been used for the purpose of manipulation, for purpose of carrying the data from this program to there. That's why DINPRO field. DINPRO means a screen, field means right? So this is the screen field. Program understands from this field. So I'm just copying this one and I will check whether the value is populating in my program or not, so that I can do the comparison, right? Go once again, click on the save button, and every time some different user exit is getting triggered. So let me remove this breakpoint. I don't require. Okay, and I will click on the save button so that the removed breakpoint will be not coming again. Press F8 once again, and here it's coming. Whatever I have copied, I will paste it over here. Okay, and I will see whether in this variable, if this particular structure is accessible over here or not, so that I can access the value from the screen. All right, press enter, and here you can see that 0.000, right? That means here the data is not flowing at this particular point of time, right? So let's again press F8, right? Because here we don't have, but here you can see that in this user exit save document, the value 15 is coming. That means this is the right place where I can write the code, because the value from the screen is flowing from here, right? So this place I came to know. So line number 238, right? And this is the program and this is the user exit, correct? So I will open this program. Okay, so this user exit is in which program? Basically main program is this one. This is the include and this is the user exit, right? So if you don't want to go to AC38 and give this program name and do like this, you have the option from here itself, program or include or line. Just go here and click over here. In the different window, this particular include will be open, and exactly that user exit will be located, right? So here you can write the code. This is the exact place where you can write the code. Okay. Till here, is it clear for you? Can you confirm here in the chat box if you are not able to connect whatever I have taught? If you are not able to connect, what I will do, once again, I will explain. Or if it is clear, what I will do, my next step will be how we can write the code over here, because we have identified the place for my requirement, right? Now I have to write the code. So how to identify the place in the user exit where we have to write the code? If it is clear, just write here in the chat box, it is clear, so that I can go ahead. Okay, so for the Shiv, it is fine. For others also, I want to hear. So I will get some confidence that I'm making sense for you. Otherwise, again, I will go ahead and I will explain so that you will be getting the added value. Otherwise, simply if I keep on speaking, there is no meaning, right? Yeah, fine. Thank you for confirmation. So I believe all of you understood this concept. If it is not, go through the video twice, thrice, you will be able to understand, or feel free to ask wherever, whenever you feel any kind of difficulty, feel free to ask. Okay. I will be more than happy to give the answer. Now, how to write the code? As discussed yesterday, this include is the standard include, right? If you click on the change button, you will not be allowed to write the code directly over here, right? Because this is a demo system, and I don't have command on this demo system, and those people has opened the client, I don't know why, I can go directly and change the code. But in your system, in the most of the system, if you click on the change button, because this is the standard program, it will be asking for the access key to, you know, change this code. So you will have to contact to the basis people for this object with your user ID, so that they will provide the access key, and you can just give that one and you will be able to change the code. That is the one way, right? That is the one way. Another way, right? The first way I will show you, okay? Because I'm having that access. Let's suppose I'm having that developer access key because the client is open over here. So I'm just going over here, going to the change mode, and here it's asking for the transport request. Click on this OK button, right? And here you can see that nothing is asking because the client is open. For you, it will not be there, okay? It's very simple code I will write. If that particular, right, this was the structure and this was the field, is less than 100, and then I just want to give the information message. What message? That this quantity is less than 100, right? This quantity is less than 100. Please check once again. So it's kind of, information message I want to give to the user, so that if something is critical, they will go and again check, right? So type I, or if you just want, and if you want to just make sure, this quantity must be equal to 100 or greater than 100, in that case you can give the error message so that they will not go ahead, right? So fine, because just I want to provide the information message, I'm just using the type I, click on the save button, right? Check this. And if you have some critical complex business requirement, you can write thousands lines of code in this user exit save document, right? Here, main focus is to understand the concept. And if you know the programming language, you can write the more than 1,000 lines of code. You can write thousands lines of code. That is not a big issue if you know where to write. Activate this one. So I have just click on this matchstick and it's going to activate the code. So it's in the process of activation. You can see here compiling 19%, 49%, and now it is activated, right? So this code is activated. What I will do, I'll put the breakpoint over here, and once again I will go here, and this is now the another transaction. I'm just going to remove, means another session, another screen which is open, so it will be good. Again you go there /nva02, press enter, and now let me remove this one also, press F8 and come over here. I'm going to change something so that it will trigger, otherwise it will not trigger. So 14 is fine. Now just give the 15, okay, and click on the save button, and you can see that user exit save document PPR is getting triggered, but this is not useful for me because here I'm not getting the data, so there is no meaning, right? There, press F8, and here the data is coming, 15 is coming. I'm going to compare, right? This 15 is less than 100. I'm just going to give this message. This quantity is less than 100. Dear user, please check once again if it is right or wrong. Something like this. Press F6, right? And now you can see that, and just press F8, F8, and this was saved. That didn't trigger. Why? Something is wrong. The comparison has not taken place correctly, and some code which I have written, that is not working properly. So let's go and check that one. That need to be checked. It should work. Okay, so come over here and again give the 15 and click on the save button. Go here, this is the 15.000. This is which data type? Let me check this one. This is the 15. This is fine. This is the packed decimal, and 15 is less than 100, so I'm expecting it to go inside this message. All right, it is not going. Okay, it's not going. Let me do one thing. Press F8 and we will modify the code a bit. Okay, so here just write LC quantity type P decimal 3, the same data type, or maybe we can take this data type directly. Okay, so that there will be no any kind of confusion or any, because it seems some problem is there while comparing. It's not comparing properly, right? And the value here I'm going to provide 100. Okay, check the syntax. If it is fine, activate this one, and once again let's go and try. So it's again trying to activate. It's taking some time because of the large program. And now go once again and let me close this one. Go here, press enter, and then again I will change something so that it will trigger. I will put the 15 it is accepting, and come over here, and now let's go and see this one. Click on the save button, and now F5. Sorry, why it's not going here? 15.000. Oh, sorry, this constant I'm supposed to remove. Okay, just a second. So instead of this, instead of 100, use this constant over here. That's why I have used that one. And now I expect it to work. Let us see if it is working or not. If it is not working, again I'm having another way to test. This is how we do. So I believe it should work because the data type and this data type both is same, and this time there should not be any problem. Now press F8 and come once again, change this value from 15 to 14, press enter, and again put the 15, press enter and click on the save button. Press F8. What happened? It seems that program didn't load, that place itself didn't get triggered. So let me activate once again, and I will open the transaction once again. So sometimes it will happen if your transaction is not loaded properly. Okay, so nothing to worry. VA02, go once again, give the order number and press enter. Again, go to and give the 14 over here, and then give the 15 and click on the save button and press F8. Okay,
Yeah,
now
Pankaj, you can put breakpoint at if condition. You put breakpoint at declaration part.
okay, just a second, let me, okay, this is the problem. Yeah, good, Shiva, very good. So this was the problem. Because the data which we are declaring over here, this is not the executable code, right? This is the declared code, and that's why it is not getting triggered. So put the breakpoint over here and let's give one or more tries. Come over here and press enter, and now 14, now once again 15. Click on the save button, and here you can see that this time it's getting triggered, right? So see here I put the breakpoint over here, but it is showing here because this such kind of problem happens because of the multiple session which I have opened over here, right? Let me do one thing. I'm going to close all the session slash nex. Okay, so I'm just going to close all the session, and again I will log in above session. Okay, because it's still active, it's not allowing me to log out. No issue. Let me stop the transaction. Yeah, so now once again let me log in, and I believe you are able to see my screen now also. If not, just let me know. So VA02 and now 258. Again, we'll have to go and put the breakpoint over there. Please mute from your side. And here, this is where we'll have to put the breakpoint. Say user exit save a document, right? So I will just go and put the breakpoint over there. And once again, I will just try. So this is the place where we have to put the breakpoint. Go inside and now put this one. Good. Change this one to 14 and now again give 15. Click on the save button and here you go. Now it is properly at the perfect place. It is there, right? LC quantity is 0.100. See here why it's happening like this. Why it's happening like this 0.100, right? There is a conversion exit, something like that it looks. Okay, something like that it looks. Let me check this one. It should not happen like this because the value we are passing
Pankaj,
100.
you can give 100 dot 00 triple zero.
Yeah, that is fine, but you know that is again, just give me a second. This is the package include program editor check. It looks okay over here. 0.100. I'm passing 100 only. Okay, I don't know why this is coming. It should not come like this. Okay, however,
No,
we
it
have
is taking in 100 3 points, 3 decimals and
Mhm.
zero. If you pass 100 dot triple zero, it will take 100.
Yeah, but I'm passing 100 only, right? So it should take the 100 directly.
100 dot, you can pass 100 with decimals.
Yeah, that is a workaround, right? That is a workaround. I means that is a workaround. Suppose if you are going to pass, you were telling like this, right?
No, 100 dot triple zero.
100 dot triple zero.
Mm.
Okay,
Because they have declared.
okay, let me check with this.
Or else we need to do conversion that day.
Now we'll see that if it is due to the conversion exit or why. Let us check. 14, and then again I'm going to give the 15, and let us see if it is activated or not. It's activated, and now once again go here, click on this save button, and now it is coming over here. LC quantity. Okay, it is not loaded once again. Okay, by the way, let me do one thing. I'm going to directly change here itself 100. Okay, so I will put 100,000. Okay, so now it's 100 and come over here. You can see that it's coming now into this message. This quantity is less than 100, right? So this is the problem due to the maybe due to the conversion exit. Okay, so that we can correct using the conversion exit. Or as a walk around, if you are passing over there, because here I'm hard coding 100, instead of hard coding 100, we can hard code something like 100,000. Okay, then it will work like this. Okay, so I will check, you know, if the conversion exit, some conversion exit is involved over there. If that is there, you have to use that conversion exit, and then you will have to use over here for comparison. However, at this point of time, just to understand this concept, that now it's coming over here. Okay, I muted everyone now. And whenever you have some query, just raise your hand. I will unmute you because some background noise was irritating. So I have just unmuted, muted. Okay. So here see that this quantity is less than 100, and please check once again, right? And click on this OK button. So you can see that you got that information message, and when you got the information message, if you can come once again over here, and then you can take the necessary action which you are supposed to take, right? This is one point. Now, with this user exit, we are able to implement this particular requirement, right? How to implement the requirement? As a ABAPer, we already know. Here we were facing some problems, so you can just go and check with the conversion exit and all what is going wrong over here. Okay, so you know that how to you do the how to check the conversion exit and all, right? You can go here, and here you can see that output characteristic, output length is this one. There is no conversion routine, right? There is no conversion routine. Still, how, why it is going to happen like that? I'm very much surprised. Okay, it should not happen like that. Okay, so let me give one directly. I'm giving the 100 over here, and I will see, because in I was putting in the single quotes, so it will consider as a character, right? So if anything, if you put in a single quote, it will consider like a character, and because it's a packed data type, so that might be one issue. But it should not happen like this, because the packed and character is interconvertible, right? So here, let me go and check. First, I'll have to change this one from 15 to 14. And then once again, I'll give 1 5, right? And click on the save button. And now here, uh, see here, again, it didn't get load properly. So I'll have to restart, and I have to load once again. Okay. So just go back, so that program will be loaded properly. VA02, and press enter. Go here to 58, change this one to 14, and again change to 15. Click on the save button, and now click over here, and again the same thing is coming, right? So something need to be checked. I don't know exactly why it is happening. It should not happen like this. First time I'm facing this kind of issue. I'm getting some okay. Here they are telling hello, think it's because of currency and quantity field. Okay, like Japanese yen gets stored. Yeah, that may be possibility. Yeah, a very good guess. Sir, we need to write. No, 100.000 also if you write, you know. Okay, so okay, I got your point. Right. Tushar point is valid over here, because this is a packed data, a packed decimal data type, and it is expecting 3 decimal. Got the point. Yeah, thanks, Tushar. You were right. Yes. This is my mistake. Okay, I got the point. So because that is a packed decimal data type, okay. So let me show you. And 3 decimal it is expecting, because I'm not giving the 3 decimal. Okay, it is automatically, you know, it is automatically taking 3 decimal. So we are supposed to write 100.000, because 3 decimal we are having, right? So just activate this one. And now I think that problem should be solved. So just activating, and once again we will go to VA02, that is activated now. Go here and now give this 14, give this 15 once again, and click on the save button. Okay, not loaded properly, you can see that not loaded. So this is one different issue. Let me activate once again just to make double sure that everything is fine. Let it get activated, and then I will open the VA02 slash o VA02, press enter and change once again, give the 14 over here, and now again you give the 15 over here, click on the save button. All right, now it is fine. LC quantity and perfect, right? Very good. Tushar point was very valid point, because this KWMENG, right? If you see this data type is packed decimal 3, and decimal point I was not giving, right? So system was automatically, right, quantity length 15 and decimal is 3. So that's the problem. So always whenever you are going to give some value over here and data type is packed with some decimal, we will have to use that much decimal, otherwise it will put itself, right? So good. Now it's coming over here, message, and this quantity is less than 100, please check once again. So this is how you have implemented the user exit, right? I'm going to remove that user exit, because that is, so if some other people is going to use this one, you know, they will not face any problem, because it may be irritating. Sometimes this enhancement becomes irritating. So just I'm going to comment, and you know, that's fine. Now let's try with another example over here. So here you can see that the validation kind of stuff we can do, right? In item detail, order quantity, here also it is ordering party, so many things, so many custom things, custom validation we can think for, right? So this is one idea you got here. Let's suppose for the billing block also you want to get where to write the code. Suppose if someone is going to uh, put the billing block check terms of delivery, right? If someone is trying to put check terms of delivery, and you want to make sure that your billing block, something like your billing block should not be NF rate determination error, right? And for this purpose, right? And for this purpose, okay, Shiva is telling, can you please explain pricing related user exits? What is the pricing related user exits exactly? I don't know, Shiva, about that, which particular exit is the pricing related. If you can tell me, just I can use that particular field and I will try searching for that user exits, right? But if you know the concept, you can just okay, double click on item. Okay, I have double clicked on the item. Yeah, now tell me. Go to condition tab. Fine. So here what you want to do. Tell me your custom requirement. What you want to do over here. Here also do you want to do validation? If this is the thing, let's suppose here for some condition value you want to do some validation, right? So let's try searching for the user exit where we can get a specific user exit, right? So the same step we have to follow. Again, go to the system. Program is going to be the same for this transaction, right? Same program, SAP MB45A, going to copy, will be going to AC38, right? Uh, let's go to AC38 slash n AC38 and give this one, click on this display button. And here, let's try to understand the nature of this requirement, right? It's the pricing element, right? And here we are having some condition type, different condition type. Just press F1 and let us see from which table and all it belongs to, right? And it is from KOMB KBETR. So all this looks like that it belongs to KOMB, right? Good. So now what I will do, that suppose if you want to do for, if you want to do this validation on save button. So those are the two: user exit, save document, prepare, and save document. So there we can go and check. So let's go and check over there first. All right. So close this one, and I will just go once again, going to the object navigator, going to the subroutines, and from here KOMB, and also we'll check the KOMB related some user exit if it is there, right? So let's go and check. KOMP, KOMP, KOMP. It was KOMV, right? It was KOMV. But my requirement is, your requirement is, here you can see that it is also the new pricing. The new pricing, our requirement is to just validate, right? And if you want to understand how exactly it is there, we can directly go here and we can read it out. So I don't know how to use all this user exit, but if I have to use, I can use. Just I will study about this, I will do some experiment, and then I can go and do. So this is the way how we do. But because at the save point we want to perform this activity, I will again put the breakpoint over here and go here and click on the save button, and let us see if that is getting. No. So here you can see again it's telling because my program has been not loaded properly once again, right? Because it's taking the existing one. Now it was KOMV. So I'm just going to check whether KOMB is populating over here or not. So you can see that KOMB is here in this scope. If my data is, so data is also coming over here, but the data which you are looking for, that is coming or not, that is the matter. 22,500, the condition value. Let us see if we are having some condition value. So directly this is KWEIT, right? So like that you will have to check. So what's exactly your requirement if you want to perform some validation for this particular condition type, right? So we will have to search for some internal table which will be taking. So let's see if it is going to contain some internal table. No internal table, right? So come to this global and see which internal table is going to take all the condition value, right? So let's go and analyze. So this is the header, and now so we'll have to analyze this one, which particular internal table is going to consist all those value. Okay, so just I'm looking for that internal table if I can find. So I'm keeping on scrolling and looking for that value. Okay, so here just go down, go down, go down. Fill catalog layout, all this is fine. Or we can directly identify which internal table is that one, right, for that condition, and then we can go and check over here. So we will have to follow that steps, right? So how to follow that steps? We'll have to put the breakpoint on the PBO, right, Shiva, and just go and check in which internal table that particular value is getting populated, and that internal table directly come and check over here, because here we are having lot of internal tables, right? It's a little difficult to identify, but let's have a quick scroll down if we can get some input over here. So Okay, so it looks like it is not here because none of the internal table is populated with the condition value. So first you will have to identify that internal table in which that condition value is getting populated, and then here we will have to check, right? Or maybe this user exit not the perfect user exit where, you know, so where the data is getting captured, whichever the data you are looking for. So let me do one thing. I will go once again over here and I will come to the conditions, and here just pressing F1. This is the KBER tag. This is the KOMV is the DIN Pro field name. The screen number is this one, and you can go to the PBO and just check that what is that field which is what is that internal table which that is populating, and then maybe you can go and check. So it will take some time. It looks like it is not very straightforward. Okay, but you got some idea, right? You got some idea how to find the user exit, how to implement the user exit, right? Just try yourself, and if you face any problem, just contact me one to one, okay? Because here it will take time. Okay, fine. Now the for this this is very easy, right? This billing block is very easy. Here if you want to validate this one directly, you can put the F1 over here, find out the value, copy this field VBAK FAKSK, right? Copy this one, this DIN Pro field, and on click on save. Again you want to do this one, right? So here I'm just changing something. I will change this one so that it the save document is going to be trigger. So here it is, and just go to this variable one and press enter. You can see that the value is populating over here, right? So we can write the code simply over here. So this 92 stands for which value? That is again tricky part. So how to find that one? It's easier one. Here just press F1, right? Go to here, and then this is the data element, right? And then go to this domain, go to the value range, and go to the value table, or go directly with the check table, right? And what is the value for what particular things we will identify from here. So here you can see that 93 stands for coverage without fixed rate, 92 stands for coverage without key rate, and these all the meaning of that it is given over here, right? So so hope you understood, right? Hope you understood how to find out that value. Correct. So what's the meaning of coverage without key date? And the corresponding number it is populating over there, just you can go and check with the table and you can write the code. So this is all about the user exit. Okay, if you have any other question related with this user exit, just let me know. Okay, if you have any question related with this user exit, just let me know. You can just put here in the chat box. Fine, good. So I believe you understood the concept of user exit, how to find the user exit, the different methods, how to implement the user exit. Now we will going to the customer exit. But for you, before going to the customer exit, I have a assignment for you. What you will have to do that real-time example we have seen. There can be so many real-time examples. Okay, what you will have to do, I have taken one example, okay, for VL01N. So this is our context. So this is the story. Let us see the context. VL01N is the T code for creating a delivery number. We know already what stands for VL01. It is for creating a delivery order. Now this uses a standard SAP program, this one. Okay. The standard program don't check for a storage location equal to a space or not. So whenever you are going to create the outbound delivery, right? And if you want to perform check on the storage location, if it is a space or not, suppose if it is a space, you want to give some information message, or if you have to make that field as a mandatory field, you would like to give that one as an error message, right? In that case, what you will have to do, you have to apply the user exit. So this is your assignment, you will have to complete this one. Okay, so just go and take this assignment and complete this one. And if we're going to face any issue, just let me know, I will help you out. Okay, so just do this one. This is your assignment for the user exit. If you have any doubt in understanding this one, just let me know. Okay. I could have shown in my system how what is your requirement, but this VL01N actually in my system is not working properly. So I would suggest you to go and check. This is very simple. While creating the outbound delivery, you will have to perform the check whether your storage location is equal to a space or not. Very simple requirement. You'll have to first find the user exit where you will have to write the code, right? Just go for the program and check for the user exit available over there, and then in the next step read out the name of the user exit and see which user exit is perfect for your this requirement. So for a storage location, you will also have to go to the screen and you will have to identify. So let me see if it is working. Good. Go to VL02N, give some delivery. So see, actually this is some problem. That's why, uh, but this is one good requirement, you know. Let me try if I can create some. Mm, order cannot be delivered. Okay, I don't know what is this. So just check in your system. Okay, just check in your system that if you can, you know, if you can see out that storage location, if and if you are able to, you know, if you are able to check out and if you are able to implement this particular user exit. If it is not, just share your in the next class or whenever, like one-to-one also is fine for me. Okay, you can just share your screen and I will guide you over there how to do. Okay, fine. Now let's see some theoretical part. Okay, the comparison between the core modification versus user exit. So the core modification, what's the benefit, right? So what's the benefit of user exit over core modification? So if you compare the user exit with core modification, here you have the dedicated, right? Dedicated include. It is not like anywhere you can go and change the code, right? So here you have the dedicated include. So it is less vulnerable, right, to the existing functionality. So here it's very less chance that you are going to disturb the existing functionality. And because it is in dedicated include, so you know that where you have written your code, right? So you know that where you have written your code, and during upgrade it's going to help you, right? During upgrade it is easy to maintain, right? In core modification, here you are going to disturb, right? Here you are going to disturb the existing functionality most of the time because the program is complex, right? Very much chance to disturb. So here you are having, let me put in this way, here you are having very much chance to disturb the existing functionality, because in main program itself, right, in main program itself, you are going to write the code, right? You are going to write the code. During upgrade, you will face the problem. During upgrade, you will face the problem. So you understood this, the benefit of user exit. Now let's go and, you know, see about these particular things about the customer exit. Okay. Before starting the customer exit, let's have a 10 minutes break, and then again you come back and we will start the session. Okay. Fine, then let's meet. It's 8:37. Now we are going to meet at 8:47. Okay. So just take the break and come back in 10 minutes. Sorry, with the customer exit. Okay. So user exit we have seen. Now let us see what is the customer exit. So customer exit is going to be in form of function module. Okay. Customer exit is going to be in form of function module. User exit, it was there in form of subroutine, right? Customer exit is going to be in form of a function module. So let's note down the point. It is in form of a function module, right? Now, this customer exit is going to be called under the include. Okay. What is the meaning of that? Okay. What is the meaning of that? So let's first see the example, and then we will write this, all this point over here about the customer exit. So go to transaction called VA11, right? For the inquiry. And let's suppose I want to create some inquiry, for example, for uh, press enter, and here the sold to party, you can see that 1 2 3 4 5 it's coming. So my here the custom requirement is to populate either sold to party or ship to party automatically. See, it's automatically populating. So someone has already done the code under the customer exit. Okay, that's why it is already populating. How to find the customer exit, right? How to find the customer exit? So again, you will have to go to the program. So go to the system, click on the status, go to the program, and here you can search call customer hyphen function. With what you will have to search? Call customer hyphen function. You'll have to search like this. In case of user exit, it was user exit underscore, but here in case of customer exit, call customer function, you will have to write and press enter. Okay, it has started searching, and it will display a list of all the customer function, right? And just observe the pattern. Call customer function, and here in single quote you have 3 digits. All right, you have 3 digits here. Also in single quote you have the 3 digits. So this is the name of customer function. Inside this inside this, you know, we are having the exit. Okay, so in fact this is the entry point for the customer exit. Okay, this customer function is the exit point, sorry, entry point. It's not the exit point, it's the entry point for the customer exit, right? So here you can see these all customer function, these all customer function is representing some specific customer exit, right? Let's go and click over here and see what is inside this. So call customer function 004. Just click on this 004. It will take you to the exit, right? And you can see that this is your function module exit, right? This is your function module exit. This is your customer exit, right? Inside this customer exit, directly you will not be able to write the code here because this is in a standard namespace, right? This is in the standard namespace, a standard SAP object, not starting with Y or Z. But here, SAP has given you the custom include, right? Its name is going to start with Z. So here you can just double click. So when you will double click over here, in order to navigate into this include, some information message, some warning message will appear over here. It's telling that program names ZX dot dot dot, this complete program name it is referring, are reserved for includes of exit function groups, right? It's telling that this include is reserved for exit function group. That's fine. Press enter. So what the next step you will have to do? You will have to press enter. Once it will show this one, you will have to press enter. Then only you will be able to go inside. So remember the step. You will have to double click over here. Okay. And once this will come, you will have to press enter. So I'm just pressing enter. Okay. I'm just after double clicking, I'm pressing enter. So when I'm pressing enter, it's telling this include does not exist. Do you want to create the object? Yes, I want to create the object, and it will ask for the transport request and all. Just here as of now, I'm saving in the local object, and here you can go and write your code. Will this code start working if you are going to write simply some code, right? Will it start working? Who will tell? If I'm going to write the code directly over here, will it start working? Some experienced ABAPers are already over here who has gone through my basic ABAP course. Can you tell me if I'm going to write directly over here the breakpoint, is it going to trigger? Is it going to trigger? Just right here in the chat box. Right here in the chat box, is it going to trigger? No, it's not going to trigger. Why? Because the customer exit comes into effect only when it is implemented through a project, right? Focus on this statement. Customer exit comes into effect only when it is implemented via project. So your project is implemented and activated, then only this code is going to get triggered, otherwise not. Okay, so if any customer exit, if you want to implement, first you will have to create a project, or you will have to use the existing project in which already some implementation has been done for that particular customer exit. Quite confusing, right? The statement which I'm using over here quite confusing. Why? Because you don't know at this point of time what is project, right? We will understand what is the meaning of project, how to create the project, and how to implement the customer exit via project. Fine. Let's define the requirement first. Let's define the requirement first. So our requirement is, you know, our requirement is very simple requirement. First we'll put, and then later maybe we can take some little complex example, right? So here let's suppose I want to populate either sold to party or ship to party. Okay, either sold to party or ship to party automatically. This is my requirement based upon the inquiry type. Okay, this can be one very good requirement and frequently used requirement. Okay, now I have to search the customer exit for this. So one way is that which I have just shown you how to search for the customer exit, right? Another way how you can search the customer exit is that, right? So let me note it down this point. The first point, how to search the customer exit. So how to search a customer exit. So the first point over here is go to program, and the second point, search for call customer function. You will be able to see, right? So this is the first method. First method. There are several methods. We will discuss some of the methods which is very frequently used and very easy. Second method is using the smod transaction. Okay, very frequently use this smod. S stands for search and mod stands for modification. Okay, search modification means you are going to search for the customer exit over here using the smod transaction. Go here and /o smod transaction, search modification transaction, right? So here I think Ahmad is there and he's asking about some of the PO requirement. Yes, we will take care of that one. There generally we are going to use the body. Okay, so because the PO comes under somewhere for material management mostly, so there we don't have mostly the user exit, might be customer exit will be there, I'm not sure, need to be checked. Okay, but here for the PO purpose generally we are going to use the body concept. Okay, so we'll be looking into that, no worry. Okay, or if I forget, just remind me. I will prepare some content for the purchase order and I will show you that one also. Body is very frequently used for the purchase order purpose. Okay, now here SAP enhancement SMOD. This is the transaction for SMOD, and I'm willing to find the customer exit for that particular transaction. So what was my transaction there? It was VA11, right? It was VA11. So see here, if you are looking for all the customer exit at one place, you will have to click on this button first. Okay, click on this search help and click on this information model. Okay, search on this information model. Here you have the exit name. You don't know what are the exit names, so there is no meaning. Short text, maybe you can use some short text, right, in order to search. So sold to party or something like that, so that you can get some relevant uh, customer exit. So I'm just searching sold over here. Let us see if I can get something. So you can see that I'm getting something. Predefined sold to party in sales document. So it looks like it can meet my requirement, right? It can meet my requirement because I'm willing to populate sold to party automatically over there. So we can consider this exit name, right? You can see that this is the exit name. So we can consider this particular exit name. Okay, close this one. If you want to see all the available, if you want to see all the available customer exit which is relevant for that particular transaction, right? What you will have to do that, you can go to again that transaction and you can find the name of the package in which that transaction lies, right? So this is my transaction. How to find the package for this transaction? So the very simple way is that go to the transaction called SE93 for transaction display, right? Transaction manager, maintain transaction, right? SE93 is a transaction, whatever the transaction for which you want to look into the package name, give that transaction name. So I'm looking for VA11, right? It was VA11, not VA02, VA11, and click on this display. Here you can see that you got the package name. So this is one way, very simple way. Another way also what we use is that go to the system, go to the status, double click on the program, this is your main program. The first DINPro program is the main program. Don't go for subDINPro and GUI, right? This is the first program, is the main program. Click over here and then go to and click on this attributes, and here also you can see that it is showing the package, right? So whatever the way you want, you can just go and explore, right? Now I will go over here and click on this F4, click on this information system, or you can go through SAP application way also, right? You can go to the SD module and from there, but it is, quite lengthy. So better, let's have to go with this way. Information message. I know the package now and all the available, you know, all the available customer exit, which is there over, it will display. Click on this OK button, and here these are the customer exit which is present in that particular, package. The same thing you can also do via AC24 transaction as well. Okay, so just I'm going to show this one because in some time interview they will ask the question, tell me some way how to identify the customer exit, right? So here under the AC 84 also you can come and click on this customer exit, right? Just click on this customer exit, here the enhancement and gives, see here the same thing, it is also coming, right? The same interface, just give here VA and come. So through AC 84 also, through AC or 80 also, you can just try and check once. From there also you will be able to see, right? So all these things is coming over here. Just read out the documentation, this short text over here, right, which is going to be useful for me. So here if you see this first exit name, reschedule schedule lines without a new ATP check, function people will quickly understand what it is telling. I'm not getting what is this. Okay, this one, determine alternative materials for product selection, right? So this is the customer exit for this purpose. Predefine sold to party in sales document, this I am able to understand because I have used also in past. Okay, in real time also, in training also, so I'm able to understand this because I have used. Collector for customer function module, copy packing proposal, update the purchase order from the sales order, data transfer in procurement elements, SD component supplier processing, customer enhancement, SD customer function for cross company code sales, update sales document from configuration, and so on, right? By reading this short text, you will get some idea whether this particular customer exit is going to fulfill your requirement or not, right? For me, it looks like going to fulfill. I will double click over here and you can see that it is giving me the function module exit. This screen is very important. It is divided into four parts. One part, this is the second part, this is third part, and this is the fourth part. Mostly we are going to concern with this function module exit, right? You will be also having the screen exit, you will be also having the menu exit, you will be also having the function field exit. This is how here itself in this screen, this is the main thing. From here only you can find the customer exit, screen exit, if it is available. Right here you can see that there is no screen exit. This screen area will give you the screen exit. Okay, so for this particular things, in this particular exit name, you don't have any screen exit or something like that. I don't require that also, right? We are not talking about the screen exit at this point of time. We are talking about the requirement which is going to fill the show to party automatically, right? And we have to write the code. So function module is fine, right? Where we can write the code. So this is my function module where we have to write the code. So SMOD, with the help of SMOD transaction, we identified our exit name, right? Once you identified, copy this one. Now, the second step, you will have to implement it. And just 10 minutes back, I was telling that you will require to create a project in order to implement the customer exit, right? How to create the project? What is the transaction to create the project? Who will tell? Right here in the chat box, what is the transaction to create a project, right? C mod is the transaction to create a project. S mod for searching the modification, right? And C mod for creating the modification, right? C mod for creating the modification. That means for creating the project, you have the transaction C mod. Now give the name of the project over here. So Z enhancement made EG, right? This is my name of the project. Z enhancement made EG. Click on this create button and give some description over here. Customer exit demo. Okay. And then click on this save button and click on this local object, right? This project is now created, but our journey is not yet over. We still has to go some more, some sorry, some more steps. What are those steps? Click on these components. Okay, click on these components. So when you will be clicking on the components, it's telling no components found for these projects. All right, there is no components found for this project. So go into again change mode. Before clicking on the components, we are supposed to click on the enhancement assignment, because the project will be first relating to the enhancement. We'll have to give some name of the enhancement, which enhancement you want to assign. So we have seen several enhancement over here, right? There are so many enhancements just we have seen under the S mod. That was starting with, let me show you once again. And one was relevant for us, right? This is the name of enhancement. Okay, so F4 information system, give the V over here. And okay, so this exit name is nothing but the enhancement name. Okay, so I have copied one of them already. I have copied, which is relevant for me. So I have once again copied, and now once again I have come to the CMOD transaction. Already I have created this project. Click on this change button and then click on this enhancement assignment, and here you can give that value which I have copied, right? So that exit name is nothing but the enhancement name. Okay, and press enter. Once you will press enter, see here it's giving something, right? What is this? SAP enhancement already belongs to this project. So if some enhancement has been already used in a project, you will not be able to use in different project. And my project is Z enhancement made easy. It is a different project. So one enhancement cannot be used in two project or more than two project, right? Remember this one, very important point from interview point of view also. Okay, one enhancement cannot be used in one or in more than in two or more than two uh, projects. Okay, so what I will do, instead of creating the new project, I'm going to use the existing project, which is jade demo 1 itself, right? So let's go there in jade demo 1, because you cannot do so, and this is a drawback of the customer exit, and that's why body came into picture. Okay, so j demo 1, click on this change button. It's telling already active, that's fine. Click on this okay, and here enhancement assignment already active. Here it is there, enhancement and click on these components. Okay, so the implementation, now you can see here the implementation is it is in green, right? It is in green. So now let us see what they have written the code already. So I'm just double clicking, and here just double click, and here you can see that someone has already hard coded, and that's why 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 5 it was coming, right? So you can see that I'm just going to put the breakpoint and I will show you, because that is active, it will trigger. Okay, and that is implemented by a project, so that will be getting triggered. Go to VA11, and because I have put the breakpoint, press enter, and you can see that debugger is triggering and coming the control over here, and that's why automatically this 1 2 3 4 5 is getting populated, right? Let me check if I can delete the project so that I can show you from scratch. Okay, so just a second. /n cmod, and this is a project. Delete from here, project is active or partially active, so let's go and deactivate first. So how to deactivate that one? Go to enhancement assignment, and go to the components, and here it is deactivate button, right? Click on this deactivate. It is telling deactivated, and now you can go and delete. So go to cmod once again and click on this delete button. Project deletion, yes, I want to delete, and it is now got deleted. Now I will be allowed to create my project because now that is gone. Okay, now that is gone. So even, if you can see that here I have put the breakpoint, if that code is there or not. Let's go and check if still that code is there or not, because I have deleted that particular project, right? So let's go and check if that code is there or not. So /n cmod once again, and it's not there, it is deleted. So I want to go to these components, and let me go to this, select this VA. From here also, see here, you don't have to go to ACE-mod in order to find the enhancement. So this is one trick, right? But in interview, if they are going to ask that what is the transaction to search for enhancement, you will have to tell ACE-mod. However, you don't require to go for ACE-mod and to search from there. In CMod also you can search for enhancement. How? Click on this here and give the package over here. It will give you the list of all the enhancements. So from here also directly you can search for the enhancement, right? No object found for the particular criteria, something. Let me go for this one. Okay, this is for the project. I'm doing uh, one problem over here, enhancement component, customer project. Come over here, and now just something I'm doing wrong. Let me do one thing. Project. So this is the package. So this will give you the project name. That's fine. I'm looking for the application component, enhancement component. Mm, this one. Okay, something, something I'm just getting confused. So let's understand in this way. We'll have to find the modification from there, but what I remember from here also we can find, but it's I'm not able to see at this point of time. No. Okay, I got the let me give the name of the project first, and then you click on this create button. Already exist because just I have created. Click on this change button and go to enhancement. From here directly you can search. Okay, the place which where I was searching, that was not the correct one, because that is for project, right? So you can give the project name over here, right, and click on this create button. Already because I have created, so I'm going into the change mode and going to the enhancement, and from here you can search directly your enhancement. See here the same window is coming, right? So why to go to the S mode? Directly we can search from here also. But in interview, you can tell that SMOD is the transaction from where we can search for the enhancement. So this is what I was trying to show you. Click on this OK button and here it is coming, right? And V45A0002 I have selected. This is the enhancement which I have selected now. Click on the component, click on this yes button, and here this function module exit, this one is there. Just double click over here and double click over here on this include. This code is already there, but will this code work? No, it will not work. Why it will not work? Who will tell why it will not work? Code is there, project is also there, right? But why it will not work, right? Yes, because it is deactivated. Because it is deactivated, you can see that red, 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 it will not work. So let me go and show you that it will not trigger at this point of time. Okay, so close this, just go back, go back. All right, so I have come out from the session completely. Now go to va01 and press enter. Inquiry, press enter, and processing sales document, type in with transaction va11. What is this? Just it was working, right? Just it was working. Slash o va11. Let me try once again. Let me do this one, press enter. Yeah, and you can see that it's not getting triggered, right? It's not getting triggered. Now that code is not getting triggered. Okay, now now that code which is already written over there, I have assigned into different project. Z enhancement made easy product. Just activate this one, right? And everything got green. Now let's go and try to run this one. Okay, just go back once again so that your program will load from beginning, right? See, because we have done something, we have activated, program is again loading, and press enter, and you can see that this time debugger is getting triggered, right? Now you just assume that no code was written already. Okay, you just assume that no code was written already. Let me go to once again see mode transaction, go into the change mode, click on this OK button, go to components, and here double click. Okay, assume that in this there was no code, or just remove this code, nothing is here. Okay, nothing is here. So if nothing is here, in that case, what will happen that when you will double click over here, if no one has implemented any time before, okay, even a single time before, if you double click, it will give you the information message over here, right? As I have shown you. If it will give the information message, just you will have to press enter. Then it will come the screen this one, otherwise it will not come. You will have to press the enter here, because already someone has used this exit in their project. That's why after double clicking it's coming over here. But in the case if it is not used anytime, if you double click, it will come some message over here, and then you will have to press enter. Good. Now come over here, write the requirement over here, whatever you are willing to do over here. Because my requirement is to populate. My requirement, what was my requirement? My requirement was to populate sold to party automatically based upon the inquiry type, right? So you'll have to find the table from where you can get the data of sold to party based upon the inquiry type, and you will have to put the select query. So what is the table? I don't know. Whoever here is the function, can you please tell me what is the name of the table which consists the inquiry type and sold to party, means both the information is going to have over here. If you can tell me, I will just put the select query over there and I will show you, right? Because I don't know what is that table. So anyone over here who is from the functional background, having the good idea about about the table. Okay, so Tushar is telling BBAK and BBAP. So let's go and check there. Slash so SC16N, and first I will check with the BBAK. Okay, so here let's see the inquiry type. Inquiry type. So let me find out its technical name. It will be easy for us to find quickly. AUART, right? So just search for the AUART. 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 So AUART, this one, the sales document type, right? We are having over here, and then the sold to party. So what's the technical name of the sold to party? Press F1 so that I will just get this one. KUNNR. Okay, sold to party is nothing but your customer only. KUNNR, right? So come over here and search for KUNNRA. I'm going to deselect almost everything and AURT, and I will keep KUNNR. Just I want to verify whether the table is correct or not. So this is perfect one, right? So sold to party we are having, and we are having AUART. Just run this one and we can see that sales document type and sold to party in the BBAK table we can have, right? Now let's go and put the breakpoint over there, and we will analyze in which table the data is coming, right? In which structure the data is coming, so that we can put the select query and we can write the code. So breakpoint here, just save it and activate it. And now let me close this one, come here and go back once again. So every time I'm just loading for the sake of not having an issue. So you can see that breakpoint got triggered over here. And now what field actually I'm looking for, right? So the field I'm looking for there to populate this inquiry type. So what is this one? AUART. So press F1 and see here VBAK. This is the DIN profile. Let us see if that field is populating over there or not. Okay, so paste it directly over here. BBAKUIT. You can see that it's not coming because it is not a subroutine, right? Subroutine will be having the global access of the variable. That's where the function module is going to play very important very important role with respect to data security. See how your secure data is. You will not be having the global access of the program variable, right? But in subroutine you were having the global access of the program variable. That's one very vulnerable point with the user exit, and this is going to give you the security, the customer exit. In customer exit you are going to only have the access for importing parameter and exporting parameter, right? What you have, ITBAK, IT, these only you can just play with. There is no other data. So I'm going to check if some of this data is containing AUART information or not, right? So here you can see that I got in the first structure itself. I'm so happy. I'm so glad that I'm able to find it. AUART, AFLV, right? Good. So in the first effort itself, you found, and that's why you are so happy. Let's go and write the code. So easy, right? Copy this one and press F8. Go to the place where we have to write the codes, and I'm going to write the code. So select single. So first you write, if hyphen AUART is not initial. not initial. In this case, I'm just going to write the code. Select single from, so single, what single I'll have to select? I'm looking about Kunar, right? So select single Kunar from what, which table? Just we have seen into, right? I will use the new syntax at the rate e underscore, you know, or directly I will I will directly populate the e underscore Kunar, right? That is the exporting parameter. It is there, right? It is having the exporting parameter e underscore Kunar in this exit. So this is the 4 importing parameter and 1 exporting parameter. Directly I'm going to populate that one. Okay. No intermediate variable, directly I'm going to populate. So select single Kunar from BBAK into e underscore Kunar, where what? The type, what type? AUART equals to the type which is coming in this particular structure, import parameter, right? And now this is going to be populated. So if it will be there, it will be populated. If it is not there, it will not populate, right? Activate this one, activate breakpoint already I have written. Let's go and test whether it's working fine or not. Just go back once again, go to VA11, press enter, and IBOS we are having, right? So for IBOS, what we means uh, that the sold to party, what it's going to be decided from that BBAK table, let us say. Okay. So here you can see that this is their AFLB. So based upon that order type, it's going to get, you know, the E underscore Kunar, E underscore Kunar over here. This was right. Is it, there is no value, is it? Let's go and check. Nothing is coming over there. So just I will go into that table and I will pass this information AURT, and let us see. So you can see that there is no value. That's why there is no population of data over there. Okay. So we will take some another example. So press F8, just go back and search for some uh, something which is already there, right? Here it is fine. Go to this table and press enter once again. Let us see if for IBOS, what are those here? We are having this. So IN we are having uh, inquiry. It is, I don't know what is this. Let me check if I have something. IN over here. Yeah, 74 records it is there. So it will get the first record because I'm using the single over there, right? So it is not making more sense because it is not the unique value for this sales document type, right? But by default, if you want to populate something in case of inquiry type, this one IN, you can just hard code over there just to save the time so that customer will not have to, because for a specific requirement, suppose every time some specific sold to party is going to get populate, then in that case it will make sense, right? However, I have just written this query, let it be like that only. You understood what I'm trying to tell. It is not going to make sense because for one order type there are multiple, customer, and just I'm randomly selecting this one, right? So no meaningful, but still let it be like that. Put it in over here because the data is there, press enter, and now the control is coming over here, and press F6 and you can see the select single. You will get this time some data and E underscore Kunar, E underscore Kunar, and we got this. This is the sold to party. Press F8 and the 96 number sold to party is automatically getting populated over here, right? This is how, you know you can implement the customer exit, right? So let's note down some important point how we have implemented the customer exit. All right. and just 5 to 10 minutes more. Or if you have any, okay, so some question over here I'm having from Ahmad. uh, Ahmad, you can put your question directly in everyone mode so that every people can read your question. Okay, so in customer exit in one project you can create multiple enhancement. Yes, in one project we can create multiple enhancement, but one enhancement cannot be used in multiple project. Okay, other way around is not possible. One project can contain the multiple enhancement, but one enhancement cannot be used in multiple project. Those points we will write it. Let's write step by step. Okay, good, welcome. Now it is in form of function model we understood how to search for a customer exit. That part also we have seen. What is the typical structure of customer exit, you know which is getting called from program. So when you are going to call from program, right, how it's going to be written over there, it will be something like call customer function, right? That's why we can search with this call customer function, and then 3-digit number you will be having, right? 3-digit number you will be having. Then you will be having the exporting parameter, you will be having the importing parameter, and then you will be having the tables, and you may have the exceptions as well. So this is the typical structures you can have, right? Now the next point over here is you can write here that where xxx represents the digits, 3 digits. Okay, digits, 3 digits. So unique customer function, unique customer exit, it will just represent. Okay, uh now let's note down some more points. That more point is that over here under the customer function, right, under the customer function you will be having the exit name, right? And under the exit name you will be having the enhancement name, include name, right? Include name. And this include name is the custom include, right? And that's the beauty of customer exit. Because you have the custom include, you don't require any access key or dependency on any basis people to give the key and use the implicit enhancement or something like that, right? So this include name is the this include name will be the custom include, right? And because it is the custom include, because it is the custom include, you don't require any access key from basis people in order to write the code. Okay, you can directly sorry, I was on mute. So some problem was from my side, that's why the call was disconnected. Now is it clear? Can you please confirm if you can hear me, or if you can see my screen over here? Thanks, Vikram. Fine. So here you can directly double click and press enter. what it will do, it will allow, it will allow you to go inside and write the code, right? But if you write the code, if you write the code, it is not going to work without project, right? So steps to implement the customer exit. What is the steps? The first step, create the project using cmod transaction, right? Then once you are going to create the project, get the relevant enhancement name, right? So how to find the enhancement name? There are several ways, right? So from here also you can find the enhancement name and you can just put in cmod transaction itself, or you can go to the smod transaction. From there also you can find the enhancement name by giving the description or by giving the package name, right? So create the project using cmod T code, and then get the relevant enhancement name. After giving the enhancement name, click on where? Click on the components, right? So once you will click the components, it will show you the function module exit. Now double click on the function module exit, right? Because we have to write the code, and then it will take you to the include name, right? And there you double click, then it will take you to the include name, and there you write the code. There just analyze the parameter, import parameter, export parameter. So mostly import parameter we are going to analyze, right? What data we are getting, and of course export parameter also you have to analyze, because the data you are going to pass to the screen, that should be there, then only we can pass, right? So there just analyze the parameter. Okay, so this analysis should be done before implementation itself, right? This is not the right place. Then only we are going to, once you identify all these things that okay, this parameter and all you are getting over there, then you are going to implement this customer exit the way I have done, right? Now include name and write the code, write the code and test. Note, what is the note? One enhancement can't belong to multiple project, and this is a big drawback. One enhancement can't belong to the multiple projects. One project can have the multiple, you know, enhancement. Okay. Okay, this is, and here one more thing. Once you write the code, you know, once you write the code, you will have to activate the project, right? Write the code, activate the enhancement and project, enhancement and project, then only it will come into effect. If you will not activate, it will. So activation means I'm talking about this one slash I believe I think you might not be able to see my screen. Yeah, now it is fine, you will be able to see here and here. And just go to that cmod transaction, just go to that cmod transaction. Here I have written the code, right? And here just I'll go back, and here you can see this should be in green, right? This you will have to click after writing the code. You have to make sure that it should be in green, then only it will make sense. Otherwise, you know, it will be difficult, means it will not trigger. That's what I'm trying to say. So here let's come, one project cannot have the multiple enhancement. Fine. So we have written all the summary over here, what we have done today, and this is all about the customer exit. If you have any query about the customer exit, you feel free to ask over here. Okay, just write here your question in the chat box. I will give the answer. Okay, so this is all about the customer exit, and customer exit related enhancement I will give you in the next class. All right. But before giving the actual enhancement, you have already this assignment you are supposed to complete. This is the assignment for the user exit. Please complete this assignment with the user exit. We will also, in the next class, we will compare the user exit versus the difference between user exit and user exit versus customer exit. Very important. I will cover this. Okay, and other thing um what I was thinking to share over here. Yeah, so this is the assignment you will have to do. This one is the assignment for the user exit. For the customer exit, you can just go and play with some another customer exit. For example, here, you know, in the VA02 itself, right? You can have the multiple things over here. So here the sole to party we have some different places where, so generally we use for this user exits this here you can see that, if you remember, I was using for the user exit. So you can look for the another customer exit. There were multiple customer exit under this package, right? Under the VA package, some around 12 or 14 it was there. So what's the purpose of that? You can just go and analyze that one and try to understand their purpose, right? And if you want to implement some of them for your specific requirement, try to implement that one. And if you want to discuss more about those things, anything, any one of that enhancement you can take, and we will discuss in the next class. Okay, here some question we are having. Vikram is telling, does the concept of SMOD and CMOD also apply to S4? Yes, everywhere. Yes, this is the S4 system, the system which I'm showing you over here. This is the S4 HANA system. Okay, now the Preeti is having question, what was the limitation of user exit? Yes, why customer exit came into picture? Very good, very good, very good. Okay, so I can show you now, but many people would be getting late. So let's stop over here, and we will see what is the limitation of user exit. Very good question. And why customer exit came into picture. All right. So I'm just going to tell you in the summarized way over here itself. So, and I will write it down in the next class because I will start writing. It will take time. So customer exit here, you are having the most command because it is a function module, right? With the help of customer exit, you can have a screen exit, field exit, menu exit also, right? User exit is subroutine, because subroutine is having the access of global variable. So it is very much vulnerable that you are going to hamper the global variable, and it will have the bigger impact, unwanted impact. But in the customer exit, because you are going to have the access on limited, right? You are going to have the access of what? Limited variable only for the import parameter and export parameter. You don't have access of global variable of the program. So what it will happen, you have the limited command, it's less vulnerable, right? So this is the benefit. Another things like user exit is your subroutine, customer exit your function module. So this is one difference. User exit does not require any project, right? Customer exit requires any project. So once we will list down, we can write so many things. Okay, so let's wait for the another class. There we will jot down all the important points about the user exit and customer exit. We'll do the comparison. We will see also the limitation of the user exit, the benefit of user exit, limitation of customer exit, and benefit of customer exit while doing the comparison itself. Okay, so with this, let's wrap up our today's class. If you have some more questions, just feel free to ask, or let's wrap up our today's class, and we will meet on next Saturday by 7:30 at the same time. Okay, fine then. I believe there is no question. Thank you for attending this class. It was a wonderful session. Thank you. Uh, Also for, when we get to the recording, I will give you the recording. I will put on the Google Drive and I will share the recording. Are you there in that group, Ahmad, which I have created in my WhatsApp group, SAP Take Made Easy?